Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bill's 9-Minute Fill-Up. I am Bill Phillips, and I feel a little bit overdressed. Yesterday, I had the jacket off, the tie a little bit looser, and today it's just kind of all buttoned up. But we were running around a little bit crazy today, so just want to get started talking about some of the things we've talked about. Again, this isn't necessarily overly serious. There's going to be times we have some serious conversations, but right now it's just kind of getting to know each other, get to say hello. And right now, one of the things that is on the minds of seemingly everybody across the country, across the globe, is the total solar eclipse that is coming on April 8th. And just an update for you. I received, not that you're worried about what I received, but I received my total solar eclipse glasses yesterday. So I have those. I put them on in the house, and wow, they're really dark. They're really, really dark. So you can't see anything. So hopefully, if you decide that you're going to go out and take a look at the eclipse on Monday, that you do have the proper eyewear. It's not just regular sunglasses. Those won't work. Don't look up and go like this. Hey, I want to see what happens. You want to have your total solar eclipse glasses to protect your eyes. So you want to make sure you do that. There we go. Hello to Paden City. How's everybody in Paden City? How's everybody across the valley these days? I mean, it's been a rough few days because of the flooding and everything across the Ohio Valley. So hopefully everybody's staying safe. Hopefully your family's safe and you haven't had too many issues. But if you do venture out and there's water on the roadways, make sure you slow down and take some time to get where you're going. But the total solar eclipse of the sun now. This is the big information I stumbled upon today. It's that the forecast won't be really locked in until 24 to 48 hours ahead of time. But the eclipse, it says New England. Now, with the eclipse in terms of where it will exit the United States, it's Maine. So New England, they're going to have nice skies. Apparently, they already know that, so they're going to have wonderful skies. But San Antonio, Carbondale, Illinois, Little Rock, Arkansas, the other places that are literally right under the total eclipse in the zone of totality, they don't know. Forecasters think it might be a little bit cloudy. How much would you pay for your biggest game that you would want to go to? Super Bowl? What do you want? Do you want to go to the Super Bowl? And how much would you pay? And the reason I bring this up is the women's NCAA Final Four and the men's Final Four this weekend. And the women's NCAA tournament right now, thumping the men in terms of ticket prices. Caitlin Clark and the other four teams that are involved, Iowa, UConn, NC State, and South Carolina. The ticket average price, $2,300. Men's, it's $1,000. So the women's game in Cleveland is really where everyone wants to be. So my question is, would you pay that much for a ticket? And if you would pay that much for a ticket, what game would it be? Super Bowl, Stanley Cup Final, World Series, NCAA Tournament? Are you willing to shell out that much money to go and see a game in person? Maybe going to Augusta National to see the Masters or the Kentucky Derby. Or I had someone say the Indianapolis 500. Where would you want to go? What would you want to see? Hello to Toronto. All right. Everybody's doing well, and so where would you want to go? I've been to the Super Bowl, been to the Stanley Cup, been to Major League playoff games. I've seen a lot of that, and fortunately, for me, I was working, so I was actually getting paid to be there. So for me, it's a tough time to say, okay, I would pay $5,000 to go and see a game, but I want to know what you think. How much would you pay? How much would you pay? What would you want to see? Super Bowl, and we are on the Bill's 9-Minute Fill-Up, and we continue to move on. Big question here. Today we had a birthday party, or a birthday celebration during the morning show. We went with donuts. Card, everybody signed it, went with donuts. I went with a jelly filled. They were really nice. But we got a variety pack of donuts. What's your go-to office party food? Well, if you're having a party, if you have, it's like all of a sudden, hey, we forgot Bobby Joe's birthday is today. Are we getting pizza, donuts, ice cream? Where are you at with that? What do you want to get? We went with donuts, but we're more of a morning show, so it makes more sense for us to get donuts. But, or do you just say, no, we're not going to do that. We'll wait until after work, and we'll go and have a bit of a party somewhere else. So what do you think? Cambridge is on. Hello to Cambridge. Let's see. Let's go here. All right, let's see if this works. All right, here we go. No, never would shell out that kind of money for any event. I'm kind of in that same boat with you. Hello from Cambridge. All right. Let's see, what else do we have in here? We're seeing all this. I'm just kidding. This is like, it's not our maiden voyage anymore. It's our second time out. So we're learning how to work all this stuff. All right, let's see. Big cookie. You gotta have the big cookie. I'll tell you what. Get the big cookie for my wife's birthday the other day. It's fabulous. Big cookie. Can't go wrong with the big cookie. So that's always good. All right, I think we're starting to get a little short on time. So birthday celebrations. Oh, we got 3 minutes. We got plenty of time. Does everybody realize how long 3 minutes is? Yeah, I know a lot of people think 3 minutes is not much time, but it is. It's a lot of time. This one kind of gets me a little worked up. I don't know how I'd vote on this. Now, I grew up in Connecticut, just outside of Hartford, Connecticut, in a place called Farmington. We lost our NHL team. The Hartford Whalers moved. They're now the Carolina Hurricane. And it's just devastating because they're the only professional team we had in the state of Connecticut, and everyone's still a little angry about that. But, and I'm not saying that the Kansas City Chiefs or the Kansas City Royals are going to leave, but an interesting vote on new stadiums for the Chiefs and the Royals. Kansas City voters in the county that they are in, which I believe is Jackson County, voted overwhelmingly. 58% said no to giving money to the teams through a tax situation where it would go for 40 years. Royals have pledged $1 billion out of a $2 billion project that they would put in of private funds. Kansas City, $300 million out of $800 million. Now, Kansas City's been in the Arrowhead Stadium for 52 years. They don't want to leave. I've been to that stadium a number of times. They don't want to leave because it's a great home field advantage. What a great place to go see a game. If you ever decide to go see a game, Kansas City's a great place to go and see a game. The Royals, great stadium as well, but they want a new ballpark. They want out. Kansas City wants to refurbish. Royals want out. They want to set up a whole new situation. But it brings up, you start hearing talks about Cleveland wanting to put a dome over the football stadium for the Browns. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, formerly Heinz Field. There's whispers there. Believe it or not, these stadiums get to be about 25 years old, 30 years old. A friend of mine, Mr. Paul, he said, you know what? Roman Coliseum is still standing. Not in the same shape it was, but it's still standing. And we're ready to knock everything down. Do we really need to? Do we need to pay that much more money? And last time I checked, the NFL prints their own money. So why not, just put the money out there? If the Chiefs can do $300 million, I think they could probably come up with $800 million. Kansas City Royals, the same situation. Professional sports franchises, sometimes I think it's on them. But here's the catch. If you put it on the team to pay the money and they can go get better tax breaks and they can go someplace else, they're probably going to make that move. So it's a two-edged sword. You have to be careful with that one. But where do you fall on that? So it's an interesting question out in Kansas City. But again, Arrowhead Stadium, if you have a chance, got to go make a trip. And by the way, the tailgate there with all the barbecue, simply phenomenal smells as you walk through the parking lot into the stadium. One quick note, just because, nobody won the Powerball. So maybe the Chiefs and Royals could do this. There's $1.23 billion up for grabs coming up in the Powerball of their next drawing. So they could cover all their costs right there. I wouldn't mind winning that. Cover some costs for myself as well. Cover some costs for yourself as well as too. So anyways, we are about out of time. The big hand on the wall says we're out of time, everybody. I greatly appreciate you stopping by to check in on Bill's 9-minute fill-up. Hopefully we can do this again and again and again. And again, it's not so serious. It's just whatever's going on in the world around us. Maybe there is going to be a serious conversation. It probably will be. But have some fun with it as well. So appreciate you joining us. Hopefully we'll see you down the road. And remember, have fun. Try your best. I know where the off button is today. Watch this, everybody. All right. I don't have to have everyone come over. Jason, stay there. You don't need to come over. I got live studio audience. Jason, a studio audience of 1. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.